together. Thank you for the space that we have. Thank you for the great things that we'll be able to see you do, Father, amongst the family, amongst friends, among the church, God. Help us to listen to your Spirit, God. Help us to be in tune with your Spirit, Father, and help us, God, to listen for you. We love you, God. We thank you for this time, and we pray all this in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen. Well, thank you for all of you that are able to stay, for all of you that are here specifically for today. I know the family is very grateful and also very thankful. And I just wanted to start out today just by saying a few words. And then after that, we have some family coming up. Thank you for joining us as we remember and celebrate the life of Angel Sicairos. It is hard to believe that nearly a year has passed. While time has helped ease some of the pain, it has not diminished the love we have for Angel or the memories we continue to cherish. Today is not simply about looking back with sadness. It is about thanking God for a life that made a difference and remembering the hope we have in Jesus Christ. The Bible says in Psalm 34:18, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." God has been faithful over this past year. He has comforted, strengthened, and carried Angel's family and all of us who have missed him. As we reflect on Angel's life, may we also be reminded that our own lives are writing a legacy every day. May we love God, love people, and live in such a way that our lives point others to Christ. To Angel's family, thank you for allowing us to remember with you today. We continue to pray for you. We thank God for the gift of Angel's life. Though we miss him deeply, we rejoice in the promises of Jesus, John 11:25. "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die." This is our hope. This is our comfort. And that this is why today, even as we remember with tears, we also remember with gratitude and with confidence in God's promises. May God bless you all. At this time, I believe we have some family that would like to share.
This will never get easy. And it's okay if you don't understand. I would not want you to. This tribute is in honor of our beloved Angel family and community. It not only tells Angel's story, but also the story of everyone who love him and walk with him. My prayer is that those who heard it remember not only Angel's courage, but the faith that sustained him and the love that's around him. Thank you for being here. On behalf of my husband, my children, and the entire family, today we're here to honor and celebrate Angel and his life. The love and support you showed our family over the past 2 years has carried us through the darkest seasons of our lives. Every prayer, every visit, every meal, every phone call, every message, every financial gift. Thank you, Debbie. Every tear shed with us, we have felt God's love through each one of you. There's no words that could ever fully express our gratitude. Angel was more than our son. He was our hero. He was a faithful warrior. He was loving, gentle, compassionate, humble, and kind kid. His beautiful smile could brighten any room. And I know many of you could agree with me on that. And his contagious laugh brought joy to everyone around him. More importantly, Angel loved Jesus with all his heart. When he was diagnosed with aplastic anemia, our lives changed forever. Yet through every hospitalization, every treatment, every setback, and every uncertainty, Angel never stopped trusting God. He taught us what faith looks like. Not when life is easy, but when life hurts. His greatest testimony wasn't spoken from a stage. It was live every single day. Watching him worship through pain, pray through uncertainties, and encourage others while carrying his own cross. Cross changed every one of us forever. To my son Julio, thank you for giving your brother one of the greatest gifts anyone could ever give. Without hesitation, you became Angel stem cell donor. Your courage, your sacrifice, and your love will forever be part of our story. I'm so proud of you. To my children, Eddie and Janet, thank you for sacrificing so much for your brother. You gave up countless hours with your own families to care for Angel. I stood beside him through doctor's appointments, hospital stays, difficult days, and long nights. Your love for your brother was evident in everything you did. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing what family truly means. I'm so proud of you guys. To my husband, thank you for standing beside me every step of this journey through heartbreak, uncertainties, the unimaginable pain. You never start leading our family with faith. When I feel weak, you carry me. When I struggle to stand, you remind me that God was still with us. I could not walk this road without you. And the ugliest, you still there. And I'm very ugly sometimes. To Angel's dad, Jerry, thank you for your courage of being present during one of the most difficult seasons of our son's life. Your presence meant more than words can explain. We will forever love you. You are forever our family. Never forget that, Jerry. To my in-laws, thank you for loving our children, encouraging them, praying for them, and supporting our family through this painful journey. Your love was never gone and unnoticed. To Angel's girlfriend at the time, thank you for loving Angel so faithfully. You stayed by his side through some of the hardest days of his life, and your love brought him comfort during a season that no young person should ever have to endure. I saw it with my own eyes. I am grateful that she provides something I couldn't provide. Joy. It wasn't easy. We will always be grateful for the love you showed him. To my brothers, my sisters, my nieces, my nephews, and my entire family and friends and our spiritual community, thank you for standing by us. Your prayers, encouragement, and love became part of our strength that carry us through every uncertainty and the unimaginable. We love you so much, and we appreciate you. I will never be able to pay you back for all the love, all the prayers, and the sacrifices you guys had made for us. and just for sitting at times with me in my pain, when I'm not understanding, and taking the burden for me. Thank you. To our pastor, Sergio, and Jimena, and our ministry, MLA, thank you for shepherding our family with love, wisdom, and unwavering faith. Thank you to the entire church, not only MLA, goes beyond MLA, Greater Long Beach, South Bay, the Lighthouse, and Lifeway. Thank you. You didn't simply pray for us, you became part of our story. You carry us when we could no longer carry ourselves. And I gotta share something about Sergio. Every time I text Sergio and I ask for things, I want my son's life to never be forgotten, because life is so busy and everybody's moving so fast. I ask for things. And Sergio has been such a part of my process in this. Of course, Connie, of course. That's what I hear every time I ask. You don't understand what that means to a bereavement mom. It means the world to me. To hear no hesitation, although you don't understand, you want to be part of this. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you, because you don't have to. You don't have to. To every person here today, whether you prayed, you visited, you cooked a meal, you sent me a message, gave me financial, or simply stood beside us from afar, please know that your kindness became an answered prayer. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Angel knew he was deeply loved. 100% he knew. Every message I received from many of you, I will read it to Angel, and I will be so excited and say, look how much they love you. Look at your tia said this, your friend said this. Angel was no longer reading messages, but I will remind him. He never questioned how much people love him. He knew he was loved. He was surrounded by family, friends, and spiritual community that reflected the love of Christ every single day. And something came to my mind when I said that, Sergio. When I took Angel's girlfriend to the hospital, she wanted to lay in the bed with him, but in the hospital. And she just wanted to hold him. I didn't understand that.
We happened to be there one of those days.
And I didn't know how to tell her to get off the bed in a nice way, but I was trying to move her. And Sergio was there. I was struggling. I never seen that in my life. And I wanted to just say, why are you under the cover? Why are you wearing those little shorts? No, and Sergio was there and says, Connie, it's okay. It's okay. I very much doubt that they're doing anything in front of you. It's okay. It just came to my mind right now. Thank you, Sergio. I don't always know how to handle this journey. Actually, I don't know how to handle it. Although our hearts ache because we miss him beyond words, we also rejoice because we know he's in heaven, serving the God that created him. And that's really hard, but I always try to remember that. On November 16, as many of you remember, Angel entered the presence of the Lord. He finished the race, he kept his faith, and one day, because of Jesus, we will see him again. Until that glorious day, we promise to continue sharing Angel's story, So you guys have to promise. No, just kidding. Yeah, baby, I'm doing that. I have to promise. His kindness, his courage, his contagious laugh, his unwavering faith, his love for Jesus, and the legendary legacy he left behind. Those are things you could share about Angel, in case you kind of forget. To my beautiful son, Angel. Mom will always love you, baby. I will always miss you. I will carry your beautiful memories in my heart every day of my life. I will continue telling the world what an amazing son you were. And to me, you still are. You will forever be my faithful warrior, my hero, my greatest blessing. I love you beyond words, to infinity and beyond and beyond. This is the thing me and Angel had, and I have it with my kids too. To God be the glory for the rest of our lives. And I know everybody lost. I lost a son, and you lost a friend, you lost a brother, you lost a brother-in-law, a cousin, a nephew. And everybody lost somebody different than what I lost. And I want to hear, if you have a minute and want to share who you lost. I know many of you had him in your classes, and I know he was a little challenging sometimes. If you have a story of Angel and you feel like you want to share with me, either now, later, whenever, you could text me. I want to hear it. So I want to open it up. Just keep in mind, we do have a tribute for Angel at the end where we're going to be revealing in the stairway. Keep in mind, if you could keep it to up to a minute, that would be great at the end. Or actually, no. Or at the end. Yeah, at the end. You could come share. We'll do that for about 10, 15 minutes. If you guys want to come and share, and then we'll continue with our tribute and our memory and honoring Angel. Thank you.
How's everybody doing? Just want to say that my son was just so wonderful. He left good memories behind, no bad memories. I miss you so much, mijo, and I'm just grateful. So grateful that for everybody, his family, all of us. Yeah, one thing I always wanted in my life with Angel was like for him to grow old enough to play basketball on my team, you know. And yeah, God gave me that opportunity to have played basketball with my son, him on my team, and us winning games together was just so amazing. Just to watch him tell me, "Good shot, Dad," or him hitting the game-winning shot was just amazing. Because I introduced him to that game when he was a baby. You know, I used to take him to the park in his stroller and his chupon in his mouth, and he used to watch me play. And then one day he started walking, and that day I put a basketball in his hand, you know. And then I remember him just dribbling. He's getting older, and he started shooting. He couldn't make it. He used to get mad, "Dad." And I used to tell him, "Mijo, shoot like this." And then he started shooting like that. But then he got older and older watching us play. And then he just started hitting shots. I don't know where he started making them. And then he'll go further and further and just making them like this kid. He perfected it, you know. I showed him, I introduced him to the game, but he perfected his shot the way he wanted to play basketball, you know. And I was just grateful. I thank God, dude. That was one of the things I wanted in my life, to have my son and me and him play on the same team. And yeah, God gave me that opportunity, you know. Fortunately, God only gave him 21 years. So, but in those 21 years, I loved him. I still do. Wherever I went in life, I always came back to him, you know. He always said, Dad, come through. I always came through to be with him, you know. And yeah, this last time he told me, just come back to me, Dad, and I did, you know, and I've been here since, just to be with him through this fight he was going through. But yeah, he was a great kid, man. He didn't like to lose, because I remember one day he didn't want to go home. You know, we were playing some people, and we won one, they won the last one, and he was just like, no, he wasn't having it. He wasn't going home. And I was already sitting down taking my shoes off. And then I looked at him. I seen the face he had. He's like, man, this kid's not going home. So I had to lace my shoes back up. And by the time I got up from the floor, I already had it in my head, okay, I'm going to have to go hard, because Angel's going to want to win this game, but there's no way we're going home. So yeah, we ended up playing that game, and then he hit the game-winning shot, and he said, now we could go home. I'm always remember that, mijo. You wasn't going home. And yeah, I just want to say my son was great. He was wonderful. He was a great brother, friend, son. No bad memories. Just nothing but good memories with my baby. I just want to say thank you, mijo. Thank you, papi, for your last words. He told me that he loved me. And I told him I love him too. And then he just went to sleep after that. But he found the strength to wake up and tell me that he loved me. And that's what I'm carrying with me for the rest of my life. Until I see you again, baby. I love you. And keep watching over us, papi. I love you, mijo. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. I just quickly wanted to share, I know you've all seen our shirts, Angel wearing his Spider-Man costume. He really loves Spider-Man, and we recently watched the new movie that came out, and I was reminded of that quote from the movie that says, with great power comes great responsibility. And anytime I had a chance, I would always remind Angel that he was my superhero. So I just want to share that he was my brother, but to me, he was my hero. And I'd write it on his hospital whiteboard, so I know that he knows that. So when I think of that quote now, I think of it differently. Angel was given a battle he never asked for, but with his power, he carried it. He carried it with strength and courage. He even managed to make us all laugh, even when he was in pain. And some of the photos they shared earlier, he's actually like in intensive care unit, but somehow he would wake up and still dance and still want to hear his music, and that's just who he was. His responsibility, like the quote says for Angel, it wasn't just to fight for himself, it was to keep going. And in that, he gave us all hope, the hope we needed to make it through those long days. And even now, he continues to show us that. He shows us what true strength is like, and most importantly, like everyone has shared, what faith looks like. And we will continue to honor his example, because Angel didn't choose this battle, but he did choose how he would respond to it and how he would fight it. And we saw that, in times that he could have responded like any person would because they're in all this pain, he didn't. He remained a faithful man of God, and that is a legacy that he leaves us with. And for me, again, he's always my hero.
Hi. I'm not going to be up here, but I want to share a story of Angel basketball. Like Jerry said, I couldn't say it better than he hated to lose. One time my sister, sometimes he would leave Angel there before picking him up, an hour and a half, 2 hours. And he said, let's go shoot around at the Warren High School, Theo. Maybe there's somebody we can play twos or threes or whatever. We've done it before, and in that time, there was these two, young kids, and he said, you guys want to play twos? And said, maybe 2-3 games, and he overheard him say it, I didn't hear, but he's, let's just beat him 4 or 5 games, and we just get to work and go home. He heard the guy said that. Oh my God. So Angel came to me and said, Theo, I don't want to lose no game. I heard him say they want to just get a workout with us. So he said, just kick it out, kick the ball out, just go inside, get rebounds, and just kick it out. And after, the story, I'm going to make it short. After we won 3 games, the guys were very upset, those other guys. Come on, he's old and he's too young and blah, blah, blah. So the last game, which was the 4th game, he shot it from really far. I thought he messed up by shooting it so far. And went in, before he went in, it was game time. And I'm like, damn, that felt good. But I didn't shoot it. But anyway, I just wanted to share the story. He couldn't lose. He told me, they said they were going to just get a workout. We have to beat him, Theo, you don't understand. So you're right. He was como dice, le gustaba la competencia. And I tell my sister, Angel, what a beautiful name. You couldn't pick any other name better than that. And real quick, we always ask a million questions with no answers. And I tell my sister this a lot. I know at least 15 to 17 people, because of his story, they changed their lives. Like they were doing really bad. They were going the wrong way, whatever way they were going, because of his story. Now they take care of themselves. One of them told me, there's this kid fighting to live, and here I am taking my life every day, literally doing, I don't know what he was doing. And I at least 16, 17 stories like that, mija. And we never want to understand the why, but I can see like a lot of reasons, little whys, but we never want to fully understand the whole process. A horrible loss. But I see all these people texting me or calling me, people, they tell me that, my own family, my own kids. Anyway, that's the story I have.
Hey everyone. I was thinking of like, man, what can I share? And yeah, there's a lot. And I think one thing that I thought about of just I don't know what word to describe. Like it's like his tenacity, his work ethic. I think like me during COVID and whatnot, and a little bit after or before when Angel was in school and we would go over. He was an art major, and so Angel's room was always set up, and he would show me like this random collection of things in the corner. He's like, I'm drawing this, so we can't move it. And then he would show me like his drawing. And then like by the time I moved out, I was married, I would see him post on Instagram. It's like 2 a.m, and this guy's at the gym after drawing or after getting off of school late or campus midweek or whatever. And I'm just thinking, like, man, like, he has a lot to do. Why is he going to the gym? But that was just his mindset of just, I think he had a vision for himself. He knew what he needed to do. He knew what he wanted to do, and he went after it. And I think even with the whole, legendary legacy, while he was sick, right, to still have the thought process to look beyond what he was experiencing in the moments and look further and say, let me do this. And one thing that kind of the thought that I had that brought up this thought process was, after he had passed, I went to his room and turned on his computer. I think I was looking for some photos or something. And when I logged in, the first thing that opened up was Adobe Illustrator. And I had asked him sometime before he went back into the hospital if he can help me design a logo. And the thing that popped up was the logo I asked him. It was the last thing he worked on. Yeah. And I think that goes to show just, he was feeling whatever he was feeling, right, before that time of just his body, his health. But he was still able to, like, willing to help, willing to serve, willing to use his talent that he had in order to help. And I'm always grateful for him and what he's done, and just to be able to be his older brother. And I have a lot of stories. I used to take Angel to school in the morning, of just in the car listening to music. During COVID, I lived at home, so playing Fortnite and Call of Duty and stuff in the middle of the night, and hearing him break his controllers and stuff. There's a lot, but thank you guys for coming. I thank you just for remembering him, and just continuing to share about him and just his legacy. And I hope that that's just a good, I don't know, he can be a good example of just a faithful disciple, and you can just think about that as you guys are in your own walk and experiencing these things. So thanks.
Hi. I'm Connie's sister. I don't know, but something just got me up here. I have one story that never talked about it, but it just came to mind with the basketball stories that Jerry, my brother, said. So Angel would go to the house, not often, but we'll get together with my son, Matthew, and I would take him to the little park in the corner. And I don't know, it just came to mind, that's like my brother said, it just clicked, like, oh, I do have a little, I have other stories, but that one's cute. It's a tiny little park by my house. And they will be so excited to go play. And I will ask them, wow, it's just a little park. You guys don't want to go like to a bigger park? Why you guys get so excited? Because we're, Angel, because we're gonna play basketball, Tia. That's all that matters. There's a basketball court and a ball. We're gonna have fun, right, Matt? High five. That was every time. And I would see them playing basketball. I would wait around. Sometimes I would just drop them off, but there was times I would wait around. And I would just look at them like, God, they're so lucky to be young. They're so healthy. They're so cute. Like, I was just seeing them play basketball. Nobody around, just me and them playing. Very short story, but it happened a few times, and just the joy they will feel. And Angel was always more excited, of course. But going to another thing, I just want to say, sister, that we might not see you every day, but you're here. Everybody, your kids, your grandkids, they're in my prayers every day. We love you guys. Unfortunately, we cannot be there every day. I try, at least a call or meet you at the cemetery. A lot of times, you don't know, I've been there a lot of times by myself, and I love that time. I go visit Angel. I go talk to Angel, and I have a lot of little experiences I'm not gonna get into when I'm there, but it's beautiful having that moment. I see why you would love to be there alone. That's why I started going more alone when nobody's there, because I love that time with, I told Angel, I didn't have this time before. I never was alone with you, maybe once when Matthew was getting ready and you would be there. But now I get to talk to him, I get to conversate with him. And his strength, amazing when he was sick. No words. I only understand a little bit, but I feel that connection with him because of what I've been through. I can't explain it, but it's something that I have connected with him in another level. I don't know, but even him being gone, it's crazy. Like what he, comes to me in dreams often, and that's beautiful. So now he keeps giving me strength. It's weird. I never given up, and I never will. But he gives me that little push more. Like now I have like that little push of somebody that understands a little more of what being sick is about. But we love you guys. We're here for you. I love you, Janet. I love you, boys. The kids, I love your kids. They're always in my prayers. I don't see them that often, but I love you guys. And I know. Congratulations, Sienna. Yeah. I know there's another one coming, Junior. And Eddie, sorry. Yes, Eddie. Congratulations to all of you. God's sister is so blessed. So many babies coming. That's a blessing. That's a huge blessing. Well, thank you guys for your time. I just wanted to share that. And we're here for you guys. Thank you.
Hello. Just want to say, Angel, he left his legend. He was so kind to my kids. He showed them a lot of love. He would play basketball with them, but I think the ultimate thing that he did for my kids was he had a bag of clothes. And it's funny because we always talk about it and we honor him. We talk about him a lot. And they have his gear and they have keychains and everything, and they take it to their school and everything there. But I just, in a place where we could be anything, kindness was his loving kindness. I just loved it. And the clothes that he it's funny because one night we were honoring him. We were like, yeah, he left his legend. He's with God. He made it. We were sad, but yet we were happy, but yet we miss him, and we talk about him. The night prior, they were like, Mom, he gave us this, brand names, and I was like, okay, But more than anything, they were happy that he would play with them. They were little, and he would just, he showed them that love and kindness, and, being an example, it was what kind of a big brother was to them, and then the next day, I dreamt about him. I had a dream about him, and he was so happy. He was in our room when we were talking, and I was like, wait, is this real? It was but I remember just thinking wow, he's so happy. He's happy. And he just said bye, and I was like, oh my gosh, and my sons and me, we would pray for him a lot, that he would heal. And they would wake up and they'd tell me, oh, Mom, I had a dream of it. He's going to be fine. He's going to come out of his coma. And sure enough, he would come out of his coma. And it was just a lot. I feel like he really did leave his legend because he united all of the churches again. I mean, we were all praying like together, and it was not easy. It was tough. And thank you, Connie, for all the pictures that you post of him, because we're grieving with you. I mean, and you post them, and it's like, like it brings us happiness, brings us close to other brothers and sisters. We were able to honor him all the time. And I admire you so much because you're so strong. Your husband, all the family, and even like it just makes me so happy that he's still like saving lives. And we're still like bringing the blood drive, the community. Like it's just amazing. It's like his legend keeps going, and I just want to tell you guys that he's amazing, and always remember that.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. I'll be brief. I just wanted to share something that I kind of just been going over and over mentally. Life is different. There's a big hole in my heart. The little wisdom that I do have, it's not enough. I'll never truly understand, comprehend. But little bit that glimpses that I get now, it's God showing how he's still working through Angel's life, every story, every decision that we make. Courage is a big one. When we see Jesus' story and how much courage it took for him to go on that cross. He gave everything. And I think of Angel's story now. Start piecing it little by little. He had a lot of that, and not knowingly, but he never gave up. He faced every battle, every challenge, every news, the odds. And he still put his best foot forward. And he fought. I'm always going to have that example that he left behind. My courage is nowhere. And someday I want to be where he's at. And I want to have that same type of courage and live out his legacy. I wanted to share a little story of when Angel was younger that just never goes away. Angel had a big heart, and he loved, and he knew how to love. Something I got to learn to do. But it just amazes me and impressive how he loved animals. and how he shared the moments with them and cared for them. I remember when we had a turtle, but the turtle got kind of big, and we couldn't have this turtle anymore. I think it was Mikey, the name of the turtle. He started getting out of the enclosure tank. So it was more like a Ninja Turtle at that point. And I remember he had such a big heart. Nothing to what I wanted to do to get rid of this turtle. But he went with me, and we were looking for a new home for this turtle. So I remember just the type of heart that he possessed. When I had to say goodbye to one of the cats, I remember he was there for those final moments, and he went with me, and just that was who Angel was. He loved the animals, and he had a big heart, and I take that now when I look back, because these are all examples of what Angel was made of and what he possessed. I'll miss you forever, Angel, and I just want to say thank you for all the footprints that you had left behind, for all those beautiful moments. Thank you for just allowing me to be a part of your life. Sorry for failing and not being the best example, but I will always love you, son. I love you.
And we're coming to a closure, but before that, I wanted to read some scriptures. 2 Timothy 4:7. Those scriptures, these two scriptures I'm going to read have become a big part of our story. I had fought the good fight. I have finished the race, and I had kept my faith. That scripture brings me back to everything I saw Angel go through. He kept his faith. And then I have James 1:12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under that trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. After you lose a child, these verses become everything to you to survive. So if I thought before I didn't understand the verse, now I do. And now I dissect them daily to understand, to try to understand this journey. I still don't. But in memory of Angel, before we do our tribute on billing, I invite everyone to close your eyes and observe 1 minute of silence. During this minute, each person can remember Angel's contagious laugh, beautiful smile, his courage, like my husband said, and the faith that we all know that he had and that has inspired so many. After that minute, we will gather at the stairway to reveal a tribute that we have put together in his honor. Thank you, everyone. We could proceed to the stairway, and when we get there, just gonna play a little bit of one of the songs he used to like. It's only like a couple of seconds, and then I'm gonna have my children, each one reveal some of the tribute we had for him.